We have all been waiting for this, as Dylan Harper has been sidelined with an injury recently. The Spurs have been posting some recent practice footage, and one particular clip, it went by in a blink, did you catch it? Has fans fired up. We gotta also talk about Victor Wembanyama and a quote that he had that just dives into what makes this Spurs team this year so special. So much to dive into on this episode of Spurs Digest, and we'll start with Victor Wembanyama, of course, because look, our boy Wemby, he is on another plane of playing right now, my goodness. So there was a lot of playmaking last game, of course, and Wemby was at the center of it. He had his 7 assists in a very short amount of time. He had 9.7 assists, 10 rebounds just at halftime. And he said about some of his plays, I probably turned down a shot I can make with my eyes closed, but that was to get one of my teammates a shot he can make in his sleep. That teammate, quite often in the last game, was Julian Champagnie, who also has been pretty good so far this preseason in just the one game, 16 points. But Wemby with this mentality is, I don't know if I want to say different, because I think he probably has had this thought before, but watching him play recently, he has exhibited an incredible patience, not only in their pregame or preseason game versus Guangzhou, but also in their scrimmage, right? Wemby just looks different, right? The way he's playing is a little more methodical, but at the same time, his handle is tighter, and he's got these great speed bursts, and his vision, though, is so unbelievable. We're seeing these Euro step cross-court passes that are crazy, and Jokic had to one-up him with a pass later that night, that one-handed cross-court to Cam Johnson, who missed. But Wemby has been making some incredible reads, right? Shots that could easily be a shot for him, like a good shot for him, a shot that no one would ever complain about him taking. He's turning into wide open shots for his teammate. A couple of passes to Luke Cornett down low. A couple to Keldon Johnson in particular, where Wemby could have basically had a layup, but he gave Keldon Johnson one with no one around him. A couple passes to Champagnie, and it goes on for the philosophy here. Wemby saying we have 24 seconds to find the best solution offensively, and this is what we're trying to do, because that's what the best teams do. And on the surface, this is really not that deep, right? It's just like, you have a 24-second shot clock, you want to find the best shot. Yeah, obviously. But the way the Spurs exhibited that, and the way I think the mindset is sort of changing this year, especially with Victor Wembanyama, in terms of the best shot is like the best shot. You're running plays, you're running sets to get something that is like a high tier level of shot. You're not just settling. He mentions in this interview, he was like, listen, I could take a contested fade with 21 seconds on the shot clock, 2 seconds on the shot clock, I could be fine, but like, that's probably not the best solution for the offense. You're not always going to find the best solution. Of course not. But to watch what he's been doing to put this mindset that the Spurs have clearly instilled in him into practice is really, really interesting. And I think it will very much change the way that we view Victor Wembanyama this year. Maybe some more assists. He could average over 4 for the first time. And again, last year he was very, very good. He averaged 3.7 assists per game. But I think these numbers overall, I just see the efficiency going up, and I see the passing numbers going up, because this mentality and watching the way he's playing, to me, it looks more like, you know, I don't know if I want to say an MVP caliber player, because I think he could be there anyway, but it looks more like someone who is just good at everything, right? That jack of all trades, the guy that he already never has a bad night, really, maybe some bad shooting nights, but the guy that rarely makes bad decisions. And I know he still had 6 turnovers yesterday. I shouldn't just be ignoring that, because that was a glaring flaw in the game. But the patience, the shots that he turned down in favor of better ones, the fact he only took 1 3 and it was with 3 minutes left in the second quarter and he made it, it's just a really interesting note to watch how he plays. Leave your thoughts on that down below. But we got to go to another young guy. This guy here, Dylan Harper. I've been wearing this hoodie everywhere. You guys have been asking. I've had people ask me where I get this. Link in the description, Die Hard Addicts. You guys get 10% off all this merch, by the way. I know we say it in every video, but like, I am genuinely so proud of this stuff. Like, I want to see you guys wearing this stuff because I love it. But there's some interesting stuff with Dylan Harper. So I want to start this by saying, there's a lot of Spurs fans who are kind of very excited right now because of this picture. And it's Dylan Harper playing without a brace on his thumb. And I have a few mixed thoughts about this, and I want to get into it with you guys, because on the surface of it, this here, which I'll run in this clip again, and we love Dylan Harper, but you can see it here very quickly, right? So there's a shot, and they got him taking a shot, then that was Keldon, and then you saw Harper go up with the left. That's where I took this screenshot from. And I was like, wow, I agreed. He's playing without a brace. But now you gotta think critically here. It's like, okay, what if this is old? Because look, I'm about to go full investigative journalism, not even journalism, I'm literally just looking through pictures, but I'm about to go full investigation here. Investigation mode time with you guys. Let's solve the mystery. So first off, reaction amazing, because the Spurs posted this literally today on Twitter, right? On X, whatever. They posted this. And so we're like, oh my gosh, this must be new. But then you notice Stephon Castle is there. Would he really be scrimming with that bruised knee? I know he's not out long, but would he be in this scrimmage? Maybe this is older. And so I started thinking, okay, well, hold on. Let's actually take a look here. So, okay, what did Dylan Harper look like versus Guangzhou? This is a picture from Getty Images that was marked as October 6th, as in yesterday, as in the day he was playing against Guangzhou. You can see his hair is completely different, right? His hair is completely different. It's not the afro like we're used to, the semi-afro. And he's got a brace on his hand as of yesterday. So I was like, well, okay, then maybe this is not new footage. Maybe that was old footage that we got this from. But then, if you watch later in the video, you can't actually see it in this video here, but later in the clip that the Spurs posted, in this clip here, that was on their X page today, there's a clip of Bismack Biyombo. And you can see Biyombo there at the end of it, couldn't you? You could see him boxing out Luke Cornett. So let's take a look at this again, right? So Harper's going in, he finishes the layup, whatever, and then we see this clip, okay, and then we got Keldon taking the shot here, and then we got Harper there, and you can see Biyombo boxing out Luke Cornett. Biyombo was signed, from what I can see, and what I remember, mid-September. Harper's surgery was announced in early September. So you got this weird contradicting information. Like, I don't know, maybe it was just clipped from different parts, and the Biyombo stuff was later, but from what I can gather, I don't know if Biyombo was practicing with the team before he officially signed, because if so, then I would be inclined to believe this is actually just an old Dylan Harper clip of him without the brace. But then again, it could also be new, because Bismack Biyombo, again, signed September 15th. Harper's surgery was the 5th. So if they're both in this, it should be more recent, should be after the surgery, so you'd expect a brace. Very interesting, but regardless, what we're all waiting for is Dylan Harper to be back and healthy. Because again, we look at the roster for opening night. Fox is injured. Harper is at this point injured. But this is the lineup that we're hoping to go into the season with, at least within the first, couple weeks. This is going to be our fully healthy lineup. Harper is going to play such a big role in this team. And again, after looking at his numbers, 19.5, 5, and 4 at Rutgers. And again, those 2 games with 16 points each against the Jazz and the Mavericks in Summer League. We saw all we needed to see. He is going to be a massive difference maker for this team. And there's a reason people are talking about him being a sleeper Rookie of the Year candidate. I don't know how much of a sleeper you can be, because it's really just him with Cooper Flagg. But at the same time, people are saying there's a real chance he maybe could do better than Flagg. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. But again, I think I'm just excited to see him warming up, doing some stuff, some light work. And again, Mitch Johnson recently did say that all three of Harper, Sochan, and Fox have been trending in the right direction. So whether or not this photo is recent, I'm tending to believe that it's not. It doesn't matter, because we have been waiting to see Dylan Harper in action. We have heard that he'll be used in this preseason, as early as this preseason. We've seen him shooting around. We know the preseason does not have very much time left in it. Where's the picture? There it is. We only have 4 games left. October 17th, 10 days. And we're expecting to see Dylan Harper in this. This is what we've waited for. So whether this is real or not, I am excited for Dylan Harper. And the hype is just, you can't contain it. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. First off, do you think this is recent or not recent? And also, how excited are you to watch Dylan Harper in preseason? I cannot be more excited. That'll do it for this episode of Spurs Digest. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning in every single day, all season long. Pre-game for the game tomorrow, coming out tomorrow morning. Post-game tomorrow night. All kinds of great stuff. Thank you for watching. I've been your host, Josh Gosse, and I'll catch you all in the next one.